Hello and welcome to Carbitrage Podcast, episode 93. I am Erik Berger, joined as always by my co-host Ryan Zaniski. Hello, sir.
Hey,
We're back, and by we I mean me.
you're back. You're back from Burgerland, also known as Finland.
You know, I
everybody's
fit in.
just you.
Yeah, everyone started talking to me in Finnish when I approached them,
That's hilarious.
and then they moved to English when I started speaking English. Yeah, it looks just like me over there.
Yeah, no, you look the part, and you act the part, because everybody in Finland is about as much of a
Social butterfly.
yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
They all look at the ground. They're
I was
very
try-
nice people.
I was
when
trying
you
to find a
talk
way
them.
to describe you without saying debilitatingly autistic.
You can say that. It's okay. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. But yeah, no, I'm back. I'm glad to be back. There are.
Everybody was on time there. That's what you told me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Japan is famous for like public transit leaving exactly on time. Finland is famous for it leaving 5 minutes early, because everyone is early. But it was perfect for me because that's just kind of how I operate. But yeah, I spent the entire week basically walking around because no car. And then the Uber back to the airport, this car had the worst BO in it I have ever come across. Mark got out of the back seat when we got to the airport, and he was so pale I thought he was gonna blow chunks. I felt so bad. But no, I'm happy to be back. There was a lot of cool stuff that I'll talk about later in the episode. But yeah, no, I'm like I said, glad to be back with Carbitrage. Sorry about the slightly inconsistent schedule for upload last week. I did have everything programmed to go up on last Saturday for the second episode, but it didn't go until Monday. So anyway, it should be
Was
up.
it that strange man from Malaysia again?
No, and yeah, somebody attempted to hijack our Twitch account over my week in
Oh,
Finland.
wait, was it Malaysia or Indonesia? Indonesia, because I said Indochina. Yeah.
Probably Indonesia. I don't remember. I was on vacation, so I was trying to not pay attention to it, but I had to.
Somewhere from Southeast Asia.
Also, because of that, we got one Finnish play last week on Carbitrage.
Yay!
Me accidentally hitting it in the podcast app on my phone.
Excellent.
So
Yay.
we are incredibly global now.
We are now global. Hello, hello, Finnish people. You industrious little fellows.
Blonde fellows.
Yes.
Everyone is. I opened up Tinder when I was there just to see what it was like.
And there was nary a black pubic hair in the country.
Correct. Everyone was extremely blonde. I'm like, nope. So I promptly closed that.
How is everybody blonde, but every single black metal band from, I guess not black metal, because Finland, folk metal band from Finland, they're always
Saw
just
a lot of people there that were dressed up in that sort of attire, for sure.
Yeah, pretty cool. But every single person that's in a metal band from Scandinavia, they always have black hair. And
Yeah.
naturally dark brown hair.
I think it's just it might be part of the doctrine in the country. If you were born without blonde hair, you have to partake in metal.
Yeah, if you're born with anything other than blonde hair, you are now a lower class, and
Yeah.
the best you can do is be a musician.
I'm sure. I'm thinking there's probably
a
some
caste
sort of
system.
caste system. I'm glad we went to the same place there. But yeah, no, it overall pretty good. Like I said, I'll talk more about it later on in the episode. But for now, I guess we'll get to the first story, which I believe is
Yes.
you.
That would be me.
Pull up the screen grab here, just a second.
So Toyota really wants to make the
we go.
CHR all-wheel drive.
See, I didn't know that this wasn't already.
I thought it was. It's a crossover.
Right.
Why would it not be all-wheel drive?
Everyone, for some reason, wants all-wheel drive.
So, well, it's a crossover, so your only reason for getting a crossover is that
Yeah.
you are clearly, obviously, the sort of person that goes out to the Badlands, goes off-roading, and tries to do King of Mountains, but you still want to have a comfy, cushy commute to work, so that makes sense.
They want the commanding view of the road.
Anyway, so, this was designed. I did not know this because I never gave enough of a shit about a CHR
I just
to
figured-
actually look into it.
Is this based on a RAV4 or no?
Kind of, sort of, actually. It's to be honest, it's actually closer to Scion TC,
Weird.
mechanically.
That's a weird start.
Well, it uses the what engine was it?
That's a 2AZFE if it's based on a TC.
No, it's a 3ZR FAE.
Was that 2.4? What is it?
Yeah.
So it must
Sorry,
they must
it's a
have
2
updated.
liter. It's a 2
2
liter.
Okay.
So they don't. All right. So this is where the confusion lies. There is an all-wheel drive CHR in other places of the world.
Is it a hybrid though?
No.
Okay.
But it uses a turbocharged 1.2 liter engine that we don't get.
Okay. For reasons, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I mean, so yeah, it's really, really weird because like the CHR, it's got like a 2-liter engine. It's got a bigger engine, and it still has a 12-second 0 to 60.
Hours with the 2-liter
Yeah.
has a 12-second? Are you
It's
kidding
still
me?
insanely slow. Yeah.
What's the power output on that 2-liter?
I have no idea. But
Insufficient?
yeah, clearly. But anyway, so the CHR was originally designed as a Scion
Really?
for like the youth market, because obviously everybody you see that drives one is like 22 years old and like attractive female and on Molly, right? Like,
Oh, great. You lost me at the last piece there.
no, nobody ever, at no point in time has anybody ever bought a brand new like crossover and been anything under the age of 35. Like, if you are buying a brand new crossover,
I went out with somebody yesterday who's 32 and bought a brand new crossover.
you went out with them?
Mm-hmm.
Was she hot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also loves cats. So
There you go.
that's
So
huge.
it's just like one massive detrimental mark.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. You just move past that part and just look at the cat pics. It's
yeah, no, it's like saying, yeah, no, she's really great and everything. She's really cool. Her last 7 husbands all dumped her because she like is a serial cheater and she has the clap. But other than that, she's great.
Wow, that went a echelon beyond what I expected. I'm not. Yeah, something. I don't actually know what you missed.
I was saying that. So Berger went on a date with a girl that had like one massive detrimental mark. She owned a crossover and wasn't super old.
Oh, so
And-
he's just dabbling in hyperbole again.
Yeah,
And Ryan?
so
Never.
it's like might as well just date the worst kind of person. I don't
Well,
know.
anyway.
Maybe she's probably fine. I'm just being ridiculous.
I'm just paying attention to the cat pics. Anyway, back to the CHR.
Anyway, so the CHR, yeah, it was when Scion was deemed a failure. They were too far into development of the CHR to can it, so they just made it as a Toyota. But it was designed to be an urban vehicle only.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is pretty small.
Yeah, but so that's why they would just use it as a like front-wheel drive model only, because you're not going to need the all-wheel drive.
Sure.
Except everybody with a crossover wants all-wheel drive.
Well, yeah.
And
that's
so
true.
now Toyota's like, well, shit, why didn't we think of that in the first place? And everybody else is saying, yeah, what were you thinking?
Like, how is that not on every committee and
The-
focus group for every new vehicle you sell now?
Yeah, so now everybody's kind of asking, like, well, why is it like it is? Why is any of that the way it is? Why is it tall? Why is it...
It looks like the Lexus NX in its
Yeah.
in its form factor, but
Why does it... Yeah, what the hell?
and why does this not get that thing's 1.6 liter turbo?
1.2 liter turbo.
No, the Lexus NX.
Oh, the Lexus NX. Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
yeah.
it might be a 2-liter turbo. I don't know, but anyway, it should have that engine because that thing's actually pretty rapid.
So yeah, now Toyota is really having to backpedal. What this is really is this is like a remnant of like the pre-Akio Toyota.
Okay.
So this is kind of the last vehicle that was designed when Toyota was like in their malaise of like just shittiness.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're just having to deal
I don't know
with
if you
it.
need to say malaise of shittiness. I think malaise kind of encapsulates
I was gonna
the
say
worst parts of...
I was gonna go on like a longer like description of like what their malaise was of, and I just decided to truncate it midway through
Sure.
sentence.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, this is when Toyota was designing stuff that were for grandma and not for normal people that aren't going to die in 5 years and
Okay.
don't remember the Depression.
So this was designed for old people, but it's bought by young people?
Kind of. It's one of those things where it was designed to be marketed towards young people, but like all Scions, was
Well, and like the
exclusively
Kia Soul.
yeah, was exclusively
by
bought by old people. Yeah, like nobody young has ever bought any one of these new.
I've actually never seen one of these in the wild, so I haven't seen the demographic of people.
I've seen a
driving it.
few. There's one that drives around Jana's house, and it's like
Hmm.
blue with a white roof, and it looks like a big like Pokeball Master Ball.
Smurf.
Yeah,
That's like Papa Smurf with the white cap, man.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Toyota's having to backpedal, and it sucks. Like this is just,
You had one job, Toyota.
Yeah, that's why they fired the old CEO and why they canned Scion, because garbage like this exists. So
Well, and we still got like the only spoils from the Scion brand, so.
yeah.
Oh, they have a video of how slow it accelerates. I gotta see this.
Oh, it will be slow. It's a 2-minute 19-second video. See, that's a Pokeball.
Oh, that's the color combo you guys have in
Yeah.
the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay, I was picturing like a more pastel lighter blue, but
No.
You would hope.
I would hope, and I think that would fit the car better. I'm gonna fast. Oh, there we go.
This is
Oh,
definitely
look
a
at
car
that.
that needs to be in fun colors, but it's not.
No, it's not. That's why nobody wants it.
Has an attractive gauge cluster. How tall are the gears in this thing? Oh, is it a CVT?
Oh, yeah, it must be.
It's a CVT. Oh my lord, that thing is slow. Wow.
There it is. Yeah. Wow.
That. Okay.
That took a long time.
I have died of old age.
That was actually like 20 seconds.
Well, that wasn't 60 though. They went up to 120 km/h, which is like 70. Either way, still very inadequate speed. So if they put all-wheel drive into that thing, are they going to give us a better powertrain too? Because other than that, that thing's going to be even slower.
That's the question.
That's
They
worrying.
Yeah, like this vehicle cannot sustain all-wheel drive. It's too slow.
Right. I mean, even if it's a Haldex system, you're still looking at the added weight, even if it's not driving it all the time. So, also maybe ditching the CVT would be a good idea. Putting a conventional automatic in there.
Yeah, I think I would have to go with that. Yeah.
And that's got to be part of the parasitic loss.
To be honest, even the Corolla's CVT thing, where they have the first gear that's actually a gear and then it switches over to the CVT.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I told you about that back when Toyota announced they...
Well, we were talking about a CVT that had a torque converter.
No, we were when Toyota first announced the Corolla hatchback, I mentioned that it's got an interesting CVT, and you...
Oh, I wasn't paying
for
attention.
the entire 2 minutes are going la 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 with your fingers.
Good. That's what I would do
literally
again.
the entire
Good.
time.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it uses it's got an actual gear for first gear, so it gets rid of the shittiest part of a CVT, which is
So does it also have a torque converter then?
I
I would
don't know.
imagine it would have to.
I guess it does.
Oh, Yeah.
I of course I didn't look that far, and I looked at it slightly more in than you
Well,
did, but I still don't
That's
care that
still
much.
too much. CVTs are CVTs.
Yeah, but so Toyota I'm just happy that they're having to suffer for making a terrible crossover.
Well, terrible and crossover are synonymous to begin
Particularly.
with. Okay, particularly terrible.
It's like
crossover.
saying a terrible disease. Like if you have a disease, yeah,
But
it's
like,
bad.
yeah, you have pancreatic cancer.
There's a difference between a cold and Ebola.
I've got Ebola. I can't.
Yeah, there's a difference between a cold and Ebola
That
because
you were. Yeah, they're both, aren't they? They're
One-
both viral, aren't they?
yeah, and one of those is a disease, the other one is a terrible disease.
Okay, fine, fine.
Alright,
So the
now-
CHR is Ebola.
It is the Ebola of the automotive world. I'm gonna eat a cookie.
Sounds good. All right, so up near where I just was in Finland is a lovely place called Norway where everything is super expensive. But they,
My dad's favorite black metal band is from there.
well, perfect. There are a lot of metal bands in that area of the country, or in that country, world.
Yeah,
Derp.
my dad's favorite band is or favorite black metal band is Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the one where Farg Kearney's came from. You'd know him from burning down the oldest church in Norway and killing people.
Formerly known as.
Yeah, and taking his bass players like skull scrapings and making them into necklaces and giving them to his favorite musicians.
That's
An actual
terrifying.
maniac and also actual Nazi. So there's that. Anyway, carry on.
Well, on that chipper note, Norway leads the charge in the world by selling a larger number of electric vehicles than all combustion vehicles. So they've sold now 58% of all new cars sold in Norway this year were EVs.
Ooh.
That's my whole thing, really. A lot of
I
this
like
is led
the-
by
The
Tesla.
Tesla picture.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's kind
I
of a
was eating a
collage.
cookie as promised.
I wish I could reduce the size of the font a little bit. It shows up
No,
fine
it's
on
actually
the stream.
it's
but-
actually really cool.
Yeah, 18,375 new cars were registered, and 10,732 of those were zero emission.
You know, if California leads the United States and Norway leads the world, everything that Norway does, eventually the rest of the world does. So
Right.
I'm happy for this. This is good.
Well, California is just like, yeah, it's like lagging Norway with cheaper beer.
In better weather.
Better weather?
Better weather.
Oh, okay.
Say that 10 times.
Actual words, better weather, better weather. Yeah, no. But that's super cool. I mean, a story I'm not going to touch on, but I guess I will just briefly here. Tesla just released their Q1 2019 deliveries and sales for the U.S.
Yeah, they're
and
way
they're
down.
really horrible, but
Yeah.
like they're shipping a metric ass load of cars overseas. So their actual production is still doing really well.
Good.
But things like this are making that
Well, it
happen because a
was
lot of these
their-
deliveries are Tesla.
It was the deliveries that sucked, not anything else. It was the actual
In the United States.
Yeah, it was the actual deliveries, and that's a production problem, not a. It's just Tesla. It's Tesla
It's
being
order
Tesla.
volume dropping off in the United States.
You buy it, you get it eventually. Like
And it's not long anymore. It's like a week for most of these cars.
perfect. Go get one.
Pretty much. Or just move to Norway and you can have one or something.
Actually, I think Jana. No. Actually, as I say, I think your favorite power metal band was from Norway, but Tyr is actually from Sweden.
And Tears not.
I was
Tears
very
a
close
power
to-
metal band, not.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
you
said
said
power,
power
metal.
metal.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, does it go? It goes Norway, Sweden, Finland.
Finland's east, Sweden's middle, Norway's left.
All right, so it is Norway. Yeah, so that's where her favorite power metal band's from. And then
I don't like metal. So there you go.
Oh, Korpiklani. That's my favorite folk metal band. And
That's
they're
a
from
word.
Finland.
Great. Yeah.
Well, it's not
On
really
my
a word.
flight over, the layover airport in Iceland is a small airport, so you come in on a jetway or whatever, but then you go out to your plane on a bus, and then you climb up the ramp or whatever into the airplane. There were 4 dudes on there that were just like metal. And, like
Excellent.
one of them had like a rigid cymbal carrier, and he was like holding it like with his life, and it was such a kerfuffle to find overhead bin space for that thing. He was like walking up and down the aisle. I felt bad for this dude. So they put the cymbal in first class storage.
Did you ever watch Metalocalypse?
Yeah, I did.
I just imagine Toki Wartooth.
It is exactly like him. Yeah. These people could have been like live action Metalocalypse for sure.
So, while you were in Finland,
Yes.
April Fool's happened.
It did.
Yes, in a big way.
I was actually back. But
Okay, yeah, you were back, but
Ryan just doesn't understand the concept of linear time.
That's
yes,
fine.
It's just
If he doesn't
wibbly
see
wobbly,
you, you
timey
don't
wimey
exist.
stuff.
he's I forget what the Christian religion view, like where all time is visible at all times by their deity or whatever, and that actually has a name, and I feel like that's how you view time. Just like all time is happening
You're-
simultaneously.
you're
Yeah,
not
and like if
wrong.
he doesn't see you, you're somewhere. He just assumes you're out of the country.
Which I mean, most of the time is fair. But yeah, no, I was back on the 30th, really late.
Now, I want to talk about some April Fool's jokes.
Sounds good.
'cause, Well, we'll get to more, but
Can I bring up my April Fool's joke real quick?
sure, I'm actually in the middle of doing something on my phone, so it
so-
works.
Like the week before, I had shown my students a picture of my standard poodle Casper,
Okay.
and they fell in love with him. And like one of the pictures was him dressed up as Banana Split, and the other one was him destroying a toy.
Okay.
The two things
Interesting
Casper loves
things.
most.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. And then on Monday, April Fool's, one of my students goes, "I've got a present for your dog." And I was like, "LOL, April Fool's." Like, that's a cute joke. And then she comes down the hallway with a tennis ball the size of her head
Oh,
for my dog.
like a comically large tennis
Yeah, that squeaks.
ball. Oh no.
Yeah, it was the cutest thing ever. And I was like, that's the most wholesome April Fool's joke I've
Yeah,
encountered.
most of April Fool's jokes are like super malicious and horrible.
Yeah.
So that's always nice when somebody does something like good.
Yeah, and we also had pajama day because it's silly.
I remember that in Edina. Like, oh, it's pajama day. Like, I never knew, so I just didn't. I also don't have pajamas. I sleep in clothes.
So, speaking of really, really nice things happening on April Fool's,
yeah.
BMW. This is actually a story from 2015, so we're a little bit behind the times.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up a link for you, but the only one I found that was relevant was in 2015, so I didn't
this
bother.
is. Well, I was watching on Donut Media. It was like the top 10 worst April Fool's jokes, and this one there, it was in their number one. They're like, actually, this is a great joke, and we just wanted to talk about it.
Sure.
In New Zealand, on the New Zealand Herald newspaper, there was a ad that was titled "April Fool's Day Special. Bring in your BMW, or bring in any car you want to this BMW dealership. Ask for a man named Tom, and we will take it on trade for a BMW.
Like, straight up trade.
Straight up trade." And so collectively, everybody in New Zealand goes, "This is ridiculous. Obviously, this is a joke."
Right.
Except one lady goes, "You know what? Why not? Let's give it a crack." So she drives her totally clapped out Suzuki Esteem wagon
Oh, yeah.
to the BMW dealership, walks in, asks for a man named Tom, and is greeted with a black base model automatic 1 Series.
Automatic.
But
It wasn't even
still,
worth it.
No, I mean, it was an automatic, really shitty.
But
Steam.
still,
She got a
did
free...
Tom lose his job?
No, this was actually a sanctioned thing from the dealership. That was the whole joke, is that nobody would actually do it. In case they did, they actually had one available, and they had the cheapest possible option, the least desirable one.
Right. Hopefully it was in a terrible color, too.
It was black. It was
okay.
black and black. It was actually really nice looking.
Well, I'm sure it's better than her
in fact,
steam wagon in condition.
Let me just
but-
verify that was, in fact, a automatic.
Well, I mean, in New Zealand, I don't know. Automatic actually probably would have been a fairly expensive option in a base one.
No, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's manual.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was manual.
Well, that's a cool car then.
Yeah, that's actually very, very cool. A base model. That's a Carbitrage car. It's just the
Pretty much,
cheapest
that's what you-
possible
yeah, you buy it.
car with a manual transmission.
Going to the dealer. What would you like to look at, sir? What has your worst profit margin?
Yeah, I want the
I
cheapest
want
car with a
that one.
manual
Yeah.
transmission.
Oh yeah.
Give me the car that costs you the most to produce and you make the least on.
But yeah, the car has a vanity plate that says "No Fool" on it. That BMW, that was one of their things.
That's amazing.
And then yeah, it was a 15-year-old Suzuki Esteem, and she traded in for a $37,000 BMW 1 Series,
That's amazing.
and it was totally free.
She
so-
didn't have to pay like reg tax on it or anything?
Since it was $1. That's
Oh my God.
that's the minimum amount. So you just have to give them $1, and then if you don't have $1, I think.
I mean, good on her for
Yeah.
taking advantage of it, but wow, okay.
Exactly. That was amazing. So
I don't think I've ever had a positive April Fool's joke, certainly not to that degree. So.
yeah, no, I don't think he would sound to that degree.
That might take the cake.
Yeah, that would definitely would, unless like Lamborghini comes out and does the exact same thing.
Right.
And like advertises it in like
What if like
Oakland.
a bunch of people took advantage of it?
Oh God, I just
Oops.
sink the
Bunch of
company.
free Lamborghinis, yeah.
Yeah,
I would sink Volkswagen out of group, that'd be fine.
yeah, that'd be fine. I'm okay with that.
Volkswagen, we've got an idea for you.
Oh, right. Yeah, you want to give away all those TDIs?
So in Finland, they're serious people. They don't celebrate that sort of thing.
April Fools?
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I could ask my Finnish friend, but I don't know what time it is there.
Because
and
like in Finland, like I imagine their humor extends to.
they're funny people, but
Oh,
not
really?
outwardly.
I
Yeah.
was to say, like I imagine, like in Finland, as to say, their
In
co-
New
their
Zealand,
concept
it's
of
5:44 a.m.
their concept of thank you.
It's
honey.
7 hours ahead, so it's about 7 p.m. there.
She has her real Kiwi hours available, so she knows when Kiwis are awake.
I did use the World Clock app quite a bit to figure out if I was like pestering people at 2 or 3 in the morning when I was in Finland here. But yeah, I don't know if they do April Fools, but they definitely take a lot of things seriously. Like the first thing I noticed when I got to Finland, and I got in my really strange Volkswagen van taxi to the center of Helsinki, which
Okay.
was in shockingly good mechanical condition because, of course, other countries have inspections, and
Good.
cabs have to be in reasonable mechanical condition. I noticed the sound of studded winter tires on this van, and then as we drove into Helsinki, every single car, truck, everything has winter tires on it. About
really cool.
60 or 70% of them were studded. And I was noticing that a lot of cars that are offered with two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, they were two-wheel drive versions there. Very few all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles,
That's
even though they
fantastic.
get more snow and ice than we do in the winter.
Yeah, it's because you use real snow tires.
Exactly.
It is
and they are
8:45 in Helsinki, by the way.
PM. Yeah.
So,
But it's required by law there.
good. That's the way it should be.
And there are changeover dates and there are penalties if you don't change over.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really, really great idea. And like there are tons and tons of diesels. I looked into that. My friend who lives just west of Helsinki, I asked a lot of questions too. And then I also had a tour guide for like a food tour I did midweek. And I asked her a bunch of car questions because she lives there.
How's the English rate there? Like,
Extremely high.
They
excellent.
learn in like Finland, Norway, and Sweden.
It's basically
they're-
3 language
you
minimum.
You have to learn 2 different languages. You have to learn English, and then you've got to pick.
No, you learn Finnish and Swedish, and then you have the option to learn either English or Russian.
I know, like, because I knew a few people from Norway and Sweden, and English is required
It isn't in Finland.
in Finland.
Almost everyone does it though, because it is so common.
yeah.
But yeah, there was nobody I ran into except for I think one really old person I didn't want to talk to that spoke English, and like pretty well.
Oh, that's the only person that didn't speak English?
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
and like all the signage is bilingual, Finnish
Thai.
English.
All right.
Like there's no Swedish anything. I think that's pretty much falling off. So it wouldn't surprise me if they give you an option now between learning as your second language, Swedish or English.
Yeah.
But Finnish is obviously still number one. Everything that is kind of a luxury item there is very expensive. Everything that you need to survive is very cheap. I was noticing that walking through like the grocery store. Yeah, some in beers were the equivalent. Like if you go out, it's like $12 a beer, and the beer wasn't great.
Okay.
But if you go out and you just get like some bread and whatever staple food, it's like €5.
That's great. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Because I just bought toilet paper. It's like $12. I was pissed.
Yeah, no, that kind of stuff
Why are you
is.
spending $12 on toilet?
I got the nice toilet paper, honey. I don't want to chafe my butt. It was fantastic.
The sewer clogging toilet paper. It's like throwing towels down the drain.
Yeah, it's like that, but I don't like using a whole lot, so I ration it out. And now I get the really good stuff.
Well,
so
it
it's
lasts
like,
so much longer.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go out and spend $9 every month when I could just spend $12 to be good for 2 months. You know.
I just buy the one like I have a problem package from Costco once every like 6 months.
Problem.
Well, yeah, you're buying like 50 rolls of TP. Like either you really have a problem,
Or you're very frugal.
or you just don't want to shop very often. And for me, it's definitely the latter. But yeah, as far as car culture goes, like I was saying, diesels are really common because it's an €800 a year tax break over a gas vehicle.
That makes sense.
And then tons of plug-in hybrids. Not very many battery electric, but tons of plug-in hybrids. So I'm guessing there's a
That
huge
makes
rebate
sense,
there too. But they're all like really expensive ones. Panamera hybrids, Cayenne hybrids, 5 Series E, 3 Series E. I saw
if
a
there's,
couple
like-
of Volts, a couple Opel.
I wonder if there's like a tax break on like luxury cars if you get the EV,
There might be.
because those are probably like the most polluting, other than the diesels.
But I mean, every time I saw one of these Cayenne hybrids, I'm just like, I know how often those have to go into the shop for like battery failure because they're horrible. I'm just like, I haven't seen a Porsche dealer anywhere around here. It's like these people probably just hate their lives. But lots of BMW i3s. There's a BMW sponsored like car rental sharing thing there called Drive Now. So they have i3s, 1 Series Active Tours, which is just an abomination hatchback front wheel drive thing. And then they've got 2 Series convertibles and
How
then
would you even
mini
sell that under
Clubmans.
the BMW name? Just sell under the
It
Mini
got a
name.
lot of flack back when it came out like 6 or 7 years ago because it was the first front wheel drive BMW.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, now they have like, a bunch, the X1, X2, stuff like that. But
You know, I'm happy to say in automation, I'm still working on it with the same company. I've yet to make a front-wheel drive car.
good.
Yeah, every single car I made
Keep
was
it that
either
way.
rear engine rear-wheel drive or front engine rear-wheel drive. It was always
That's
going
the
to where it
way
should be.
it should be.
Yes.
But yeah, as far as mod culture is concerned, people are still into like showy mods. But I mean, you'll see like a 5 Series with M5 mufflers and bumpers on it, but it'll be like a 520D. I'm like, because
My cool M5.
sweet. We had tons of like a bunch of like Opels, lots of Seats, lots of Skodas.
You saw a solitary Twingo.
I did see a single. Actually, I saw 2. I saw one from a distance. I sent Jana earlier, but I was like ashamed of the picture. And then I saw like a really great hearing aid beige one.
Yeah,
on
I
the
saw
side
that.
of the
That was a
street.
really, really pretty color.
And yeah, it was just immaculate inside and out. Like I wanted to take this car home with me. It was so
Are
happy.
they
Which
as
five?
cute in real life as they look in pictures?
Yes, they're actually
All right,
cuter
so
in real
one
life.
second. I'm going to address Keith Cullinan, my coworker, who said that he saw several Twingos in France and said they weren't cute. You're wrong.
They are. It's a
All right,
very
thank you,
cute car.
Keith.
Yes. But yeah, lots of even a lot of Daicias. Saw lots
Yes.
of Dusters. Yeah, the Skoda Yeti and Roomster. Saw lots of those.
Excellent.
Quite a few Audi RS and BMW M cars,
Nah.
which is just weird. Those are like some of the only gas vehicles I saw. But just, I don't know. Like wheels are obviously really common there because 2 sets of wheels.
Yeah.
And I happened to go
Makes
over
sense.
the time of the year where the mandated snow tire changeover was happening. So like I saw tons of people with like bags of tires in their back seats of their cars street parked.
Jim, you were about to say something about the Twingo, I think.
Yeah, I've decided I need one.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
They're-
we knew that.
Yeah, but like I was talking to my sister's boyfriend who's not a car person at all, and I showed him the picture of the Twingo because
Yeah.
he was there when you sent it to me, and he goes, "You need one of those," and
Yeah.
I was like, "Why does everyone agree?"
Yeah,
'Cause it's a
it's a
fact.
fact.
It is a fact.
Go
but
talk to Brian. He'll import you one.
I have zero money, so there's going to be a GoFundMe to get Jana a Twingo.
I'll start one for the second Jumbo Pusheen, and then you can start one for a Twingo,
Exactly.
and then it'll be fine.
That'll be fun.
That's a
Stupid
good
water
idea.
softener, hate that thing. I'm gonna turn the mic back
You're the
down
one
for
that
now.
said
It
that
did.
was not going to...
No, I didn't say that. I said it went before you got here.
Jan called, she was going to go
You
even
said that
lower.
last time.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that happening like, the first 6 months we were doing this?
No,
I
it's
don't.
just now.
Like, why? Anyway, the water
Tom-
softener in here just cycles loudly all of the time.
Tom died and left his sink on. And
Dang
the
it,
next,
Tom.
The
Yeah,
next
he's
room
hooked
over.
into my soft water somehow. Thanks, Tom. But no, yeah, it's the car culture is pretty interesting there. There's a lot of similarities, but I mean, you don't see any like ghetto modded cars there.
But it's European mostly, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping because I mean it's really close to St. Petersburg, but like not a single Russian car. I saw a few Russian plates, but of course it's on like 6 Series BMWs with tinted glass.
Of course.
Yeah, the kind of stuff Russians drive. So,
Well, actually, I guess, yeah. So the Russian car thing, that doesn't surprise me too much.
they're probably
I'm
like not
a little
even
bit-
legal in Finland or something.
I'm a little bit more surprised that you didn't see anything like Japanese. Like, you didn't see anything
Very
like
few
Crestas
Japanese
or
cars.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, just because I know that with like drifting and stuff being
Mhm.
so popular,
Mhm.
especially in winter.
Yeah,
So-
lots of that stuff is BMW E30, E36.
Hmm.
But I didn't see a single E30. I saw one E36. I saw like 2 E46s. Even those aren't that common. So they really, at least in Center City, new cars are very much a thing.
That probably makes sense. I mean, I guess since you have to pay so much money, might as
Yeah.
well get the newest thing.
Right. So
And have to deal with it. I'm sure if you're out in the sticks, you're probably seeing more classics and stuff.
yeah, you'll see a lot of older stuff. Like my friend in Finland, she lives like 50 miles out of the nearest town and drives
Yeah.
like an older V70
Okay.
diesel.
That's
It's got like
kinda cool.
450,000 kilometers on it. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
So 200,000 miles.
Yeah, it looks like a ton when you see it on the dash. Like you do the math, and it's like that's 180,000 miles. Who cares? I'm like that's nothing.
That's my favorite part about like people like get like cars imported and stuff is
Yeah.
like in Japan, like your car like you roll the odometer over. Oh no, it's like 50,000 miles. Okay.
Yeah,
On a Japanese car.
in the
like, who
days of
cares?
5-digit odometers, like your car was done at 40,000 miles.
I do have to say I love going to other countries and seeing their cars. Like when I was in Mexico, I saw so many interesting cars, and like I feel like the Mexican car market is a lot more diverse than
Yeah, it
where
is.
you
Yeah.
were.
Yeah,
And like you also had a lot smaller area. I was traveling all the way down the coast, and it was
yeah. Helsinki proper is pretty small. I walked through the entire city over the
Yeah.
course of the week. Like I ran out after 4 days of stuff to go look at.
Yeah, I went
But
all the
there's
way down
thousands of
the-
restaurants.
Yeah, I went all the way down the Yucatan, or yeah,
Yucatan.
Yucatan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
It's like
Very
Utica,
Midwest.
New
It's
York,
you.
mixed with Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah.
It's Jana. She says
I'm
milk
sorry.
with an E.
I say Malk,
But
now with
anywho,
vitamin R.
I got to go through like Mexico City,
Mhm.
and then I was in like farmland, and then I was on the coast, and then I was in the jungle. So I just saw all these different cars, and it was super cool. And we were just going through the photos again, and
Yeah.
Ryan's like, "Wait, you saw that, and you didn't tell me?" And I was like,
Well,
"Oh,
I
I
mean,
didn't
you
know
get
I was
kind of
looking."
desensitized with like the internet age because like I saw like tons of up and stuff like
Yes,
that, and like a bunch of
excellent.
Nissan Micras, and Nissan was actually pretty common there, but it was like exclusively weird vans and small microcars we don't get here.
Yeah.
And then I saw like one F-body open headlight Camaro. That was weird. And then that E-Type Jag, that was pretty cool. E39 M5. There were a couple of standouts.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they definitely have a car culture. I think I went at the
You went
time
to,
of
like,
year.
in winter.
Right.
It's like judging American car culture by Minneapolis in February.
Kinda, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's right at the changeover. So like, I think I saw like the first few interesting things coming out.
Yeah.
But
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fascinating. It's different, but I mean, most of it's honestly just like different makes, like Seat, Skoda, stuff like that.
Okay. That's actually really good. I really want to I want a Skoda or a Dacia. A Skoda is the only Volkswagen product I think I'd ever want to buy.
Most of them, like I forget what their wagon's called. I think it's a Superb.
Octavia. Well, they have the Superb and the Octavia, which are both
Octavia's the
good.
big one, I think. The
The-
Superb's the smaller one.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, I think the Superb would be like based off like a Jetta platform, and the
Yeah.
Octavia is based off a Passat platform.
Yeah, I saw them both, and they're really attractive. Oh, also, I don't know how I forgot this. Volvo V90s are thick on the ground, just gorgeous. All
Oh,
the
they're
taxis there
awesome.
are black, perfectly clean Volvo V90s.
Perfect.
It's just
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
I
wait,
know.
Is that taxi?
I mean, like, it's that. Oh, here's another one. 5 Series BMW wagons for the last 2 generations. Cars we don't get anymore. These things are
God.
thick on the ground. Everything's got a trailer hitch on it.
Can I claim asylum?
I don't know. They might not want us.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, everything's really expensive, but everything they've got there, I want.
So, I want to talk about more April Fool's stuff because it's kind of
Sounds good. When in Rome, really. We're pretty close to April Fool's.
Well, we weren't here. We didn't have an episode for it,
Right.
which is fine because the aftermath is even more hilarious. Because I actually wrote an article for a Japanese nostalgic car that was a fake story. We always do fake stories. So last year I did the
One might say fake news.
yes, fake news. I said that Nissan was bringing back the Stanza wagon.
Nice. I remember that.
Yeah, and I made like this like actual photoshopped photo of it, and it looked like kind of convincing.
I'm going to pull up the JNC article here.
And then a few years ago, we said that Honda was like totally reverting to their 1991 platform and everything. Yeah, and so there were a lot of these that we've done over the years. This year I did Tetsuya Tada, the design director behind the new Supra, was getting arrested for being drunk and disorderly in Tokyo while wearing lederhosen and David Hasselhoff t-shirt and trying to sing Freak's Lied by D. Woody's.
That is an overly elaborate fabrication.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that I try to make it just like totally ridiculous, but still like believable enough that people have to look it up. And then the whole story was that Tada actually had been embezzling money from Toyota and was using that to buy up German castles and try to live vicariously as a German person because he just loves Germany so much. And that's how they put a German
Is his
engine.
name Enya?
No,
Okay.
no. Tetsuya Tada. But
I think
so-
of Hakuna Matata when you say that.
Anyway, so we went over some of the better automotive jokes that came out over this year. So Honda came out with the Passport this year, which is their
Again.
April Fool's joke. Well, no, this is their April Fool's joke. It was the Passport, not the Passport.
Oh,
See the T?
I do see that
It's
now.
got an entire 90s interior, and when they shot an actual commercial, and in the commercial, it's got Fred Savage from the Wonder Years doing their voiceovers, and all the interior shots are just of a 1995 Passport.
I'm
which
playing it right now on the
it's
video
pretty
feed
funny.
just so you guys can see this. So what is the outside? Is that a new passport?
That's the
Oh,
new
yeah.
Passport. Yeah, Prindle and a tape deck.
Oh, look at that digital clock.
Yeah, I know, right? And a beeper holder.
Dude, a holder for my pager?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, this is fabulous. How clean is that passport?
Oh, that's awesome.
Man. Oh.
Yeah, they do need to make a
Oh,
comeback.
sorry. I have your microphone really low, Jana, because of the water softener.
Jana said that we
I was
need to
saying
bring
that
back
we need to
beepers.
bring back
Dude, there was a
pagers.
modem in the glove box.
This is amazing. Give me one, por favor.
Well,
Wow,
this is,
slap
Snap-on
bracelet.
bracelets.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah. Look at
God.
these rollerblades, knee pads, this jacket.
so the joke was that this totally backfired on Honda,
Why
and
is that?
everybody was like, "This is actually cooler than what you make now.
Right.
Like, why don't you just make this? Because everything you make sucks. Like, this interior is better. I can fit in it. I can do stuff. Like, it's hilarious. I had to come up with all the screenshots for this. This is my article. So I thought that was a perfect screenshot.
It's about to say, nice.
But Toyota was cruel because they announced a Yaris pickup.
That is actually pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
What about a Yaris pickup?
That'd be even better. That could be like their Ranger fighter.
The Yaris Raptor?
So I was reading the press release, and the press release started totally making fun of him. But the thing is like, all right, so Toyota's moved to Texas. So it really begins to show now with their humor and stuff. That they're a Texas company, and they were making the whole point of this was to make fun of like
Toyota, a Texas company.
exactly. The whole point of this joke was that they were trying to make fun of like crossovers and stuff. So like the RAV4s, the Highlanders, and CHRs.
Yeah,
And that's totally a segment that needs as much shade thrown at it as possible.
absolutely.
And Toyota's like at the forefront, and they know that, and they make fun of it. But
Getting ahead of it.
the thing is, like the Yaris pickup is actually kind of cool. I mean, this is a totally legitimate segment of vehicle. Because in America, we had the Bratz and the Volkswagen Caddy pickups and stuff.
Right. Yeah, we had a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, Nissan made the Sunny pickup until 2008.
Even like the Chevy Love to a certain extent with the domestic automaker, that was a pretty small vehicle.
Yeah, and well, actually, the Nissan Sunny pickup was made until 2008, and that was only killed because of emissions. It wasn't killed because it wasn't popular.
Right.
And then in Mexico, you can still get the Fiat Strada, the Volkswagen Saviero, and the Chevy Tornado, which are
We were just talking about differences in car culture.
Yeah.
There you go.
which are pickup versions of a Fiat Punto, a Volkswagen, Volkswagen Lupo,
Okay.
and a Chevy Sonic,
Okay.
which are very, very cool.
Yeah, they're also very, very small. Yes.
Yes. And then even in America, you can still get like Smith pickup truck conversions and stuff for Volkswagens and Subarus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a real thing. And my whole thing was like, it's just like, Toyota's just like, they just showed how disconnected they were, because every single Facebook comment was,
Yeah.
the real joke is the Mark V Supra not having a manual. And like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But so
it will get one. It just
It will,
absolutely
yeah.
will.
But all right, so this is the thing though, is like actually Yaris pickup, I came up with a totally
It's
legitimate
pretty
thing.
cool.
Yeah, but
Not very practical, but
no, I actually think it's perfectly practical. If you
you can't fit
work,
anything in that bed.
let me finish.
Nah, maybe.
If you work at like an inner city automotive shop,
Sure.
or like you're a gardener or like a handyman,
Mm-hmm.
and you're working in the inner city, where a full size pickup, it doesn't make sense. Something like this, where you have unlimited space to put shit in the bed vertically,
I guess.
like this makes sense. And so
Is it really more practical than a hatch, though?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Because you can go higher than the roof line.
All right.
So stuff like, example, O'Reilly's.
Mm-hmm.
Their delivery trucks for their corporate accounts are like,
Primarily Rangers.
no, not even, like Versas and like Mirages and stuff. They use small hatchbacks.
Well, now they do.
Yeah, because like they get great fuel economy.
Well, Rangers were discontinued.
Yeah, but like, so yeah, Versas, Mirages, stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
makes
Napa uses
sense.
Fiestas.
Yeah, exactly. So having a car that's the size of a Versa or Mirage, but now has a bed,
Yeah.
makes a ton of sense.
Sure.
Because now, driving in the inner city, if you work at a automotive repair shop in Chicago,
Yeah.
your parts can get there a hell of a lot faster, because he's not going to be trying to park like a Tundra. He's going to be
Right.
trying to park a Yaris in front of your shop, which is going to take like
Right, but trying
2
to strap
seconds.
a bumper cover into that thing or something, it's not gonna. It's
Well,
too
it's got
small.
roof rails. You can put a bungee cord on
I
that.
didn't even notice the roof-mounted lights.
Yeah, you've got roof rails on that. You can totally mount stuff over the roof.
I
Like,
mean-
that is a totally viable concept.
I wish things like this existed more than I wish crossovers existed.
Exactly. And not only that, it's not that they don't exist. These exist and thrive in other places around the world. In Europe, that's the Stratas and the Savieros
Yeah.
sell very well in the pickup truck
But is that a
market.
cultural thing? I mean, would it sell well here?
I think you're never going to get F-150 numbers, no. But compared to Yaris numbers, I think they're going to be on par. I think that they would totally fit in as a Yaris trim. And if you look at Mexico, like the Tornados, or the Tornadoes,
If
sorry.
these things are already being made somewhere, there's no tooling cost either, so it's the cost of federalizing one.
Yeah, and so it's not like you're going to make it just for our market. Like, you can totally sell this in, like, Indonesia and Vietnam and stuff like that.
Right.
So this is a great concept for a car that Toyota came up with, and they actually should make that. Like, that's a real thing that really should exist. And those, in America, the popularity of those Smith truck conversions, I mean, those are totally useless, but...
That's true.
But, I mean, you still see, like, not like, unlimited.
No, but not none.
But there's a pretty decent, as far as like kit cars go, Smith trucks are like right up there with the AC Cobra kit cars for being
Right.
the most common kit cars. So that's a real thing. Now this last one though is the one I'm also very excited about, because I think this was the designer forcing Hyundai's hand.
This
The
is
Roadster.
gorgeous.
Yes. So do you know the story behind that?
Yeah. No.
That was a joke that Yeonjun Park, the head of vehicle design for like Hyundai's N division and one of Hyundai's designer, he just made that and put that on his Behance page. And the Hyundai N division Facebook group made a fake post saying, "Breaking news: we're building a convertible. Meet the all-new Hyundai N Roadster."
The Korean S2000 is what I saw.
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
headline.
So, well, I'm reading their actual post from In Performance that they made on April Fools, and it said, Yeah, we're building a new Roadster. Meet the all-new Hyundai and Roadster. The first bespoke and performance model featuring a 2-liter turbocharged engine, rear-wheel drive, and top-down fun. Just teasing, sigh. Unfortunately, not coming to any showroom anytime soon. Only a concept, parentheses, for now. Its product and vision Its product and vision of South Korean designer Yeonjun Park. Fun to imagine, though, taking... This is really terribly written.
Yeah.
Fun to imagine, though, taking in performance to the next level. Illustrations showcase potential of Hyundai against possible rivals like the MX-5 and even the Ford Mustang. What do you think? Should we build it? And there was a resounding yes from around the world.
Well, look at it. It's beautiful. I would consider buying that over a 124.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really kick-ass car. So,
I love that color, too. Hyundai's N flagship color is awesome.
That's a beautiful color, yeah.
I don't think it's going to age well, but I don't care.
But if this can be if that could be their thing, like that would be, like, I don't care about the i30N if I can get that in America.
Oh, yeah. This is rear-wheel drive, and it has a top that goes down.
Yeah, like, that's super cool. And not only that, you now have Hyundai's, their 325 horsepower 4-cylinder that they put in everything. Mm-hmm. That can now be mated to a rear-wheel drive chassis again.
Right.
Which is be great, because I think it's a different engine that is in the Genesis Coupe. Which, do they even still make that?
They don't. I don't know. Let me find out.
Yeah, because this is what the Genesis Coupe really should have been if they were trying to make something that was going to be like a sporty rear-wheel drive car. Because the Genesis Coupe, the only thing that let it down was it was really, really heavy.
They do not make it anymore.
Okay, yeah. So
2016 was its last year.
Yeah, so they could totally make this as a replacement.
Yeah,
and this will sell really well.
This is cheeky. It's lighter weight. I mean, it would do the things that the Genesis Coupe failed to do.
And, you know, the front end, what I really like about it, if you go up to that picture of it going down the hill, it kind of reminds me of the old Datsun Fairlady Roadsters from the 60s, before the Z cars. You know ones I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, of course I do, Ryan, because we've gone over them in painstaking detail.
It's got the little, like, hood scoop and everything above the grill. It looks really, really good.
It does, but man, that side profile, that is a very well-proportioned car.
The rear end looks great, too.
Yeah, I don't see a photo of that here, but...
If you go, right where it says Yeonjun Park's personal Behance page, I provided a link.
Oh, that was nice of you.
I knew I was going to be talking about this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so if you click on that.
Yep.
It's literally got one post on Behance.
Oh, man. You can tell that Twitch is slowing down the wireless card in this computer.
Welcome to 1995.
But look at that beauty.
Looks good.
That thing is chub-worthy.
Yes. Yeah,
oh, there's the back
that
end.
Rear end.
Yep.
Honey, look at the rear end.
That's got, it's got better Cayman taillights. It's got, beefed up GTI exhaust.
It's got a bar of taillights.
Hateful spoiler, though.
Everybody hates the spoiler, but that car kind of ticks all the boxes for me.
It's got the low belt line, which you don't see on modern cars. That is just a modern interpretation of the early 2000s best convertibles.
Yeah, no, what this is like all of my favorite car designs put into one car. Because I love bars of taillights.
Yeah.
I really love the hood scoop on the Datsun Roadster. I like those giant vents on the side.
As long as they're functional, I like them too.
And which are supposed to be, actually, according to everybody. The side exit exhaust, too, I think.
No, they're in the back.
Okay, I saw something like
Look how low that hood is, though. I don't know if they could make it like this. Wasn't that car released on April Fool's? Welcome to the party. We covered that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that would pass modern pedestrian safety as it is, but if they could do it...
Probably could, because, I mean, the FRS BRZs do in there.
That's actually a fair point. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really, really awesome car.
Also, Toyota, Subaru, take notes, because you're going to replace the 86 with a new car.
There you go.
Boom. Do a joint venture with Hyundai.
The only thing I would change is make that grille not be half bumper support. Because that grille is currently half bumper support.
Really?
It has to be.
Oh.
Because the bumper support would be going right underneath the taillights across the center of that grill. That grill's only functionally half the size. What did I say?
Taillights.
Oh, I'm sorry. Headlights, yes.
So this shows a retractable hardtop.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. I want soft top. I can't imagine they could fit a retractable hardtop in a car this size.
It would be even better than a retractable hardtop.
What?
A one-piece hardtop with a soft top underneath it.
Yeah, like the old R129s,
Like the one
R107s.
right downstairs.
Yep.
Yes. That'd be perfect.
So anyway, that's a lovely vehicle that we'll probably never ever see. But
You know, I don't know, because Hyundai's hand's kind of being forced here.
By whom?
Hyundai. Indivision posted.
They're
this
like
up.
arm wrestling themselves.
Well, the thing is, Indivision now Hyundai is going to have to formally come out and say, no, we're not going to make the fun sporty roadster that literally everybody from car enthusiast to my grandmother Beverly said that they wanted.
But
so
they're in a place right now where I feel like they would do it, but then they would cripple themselves somehow. Like right now, G70s, like the people that actually want to go buy these things,
yeah.
there's a $7,000 dealer markup on these things.
Yeah. Well, no, the
Why?
thing is, no, the
That
thing
makes them non-competitive.
They're totally different segments though. And
I know, but the company's still going to pull something stupid like
the
that.
whole point of this, I've got full faith that Hyundai will still not do it right, but this is going to put Hyundai in a position of because right now they're kind of like they're halfway into the enthusiast market with Indivision. Mm-hmm. Not quite. They haven't committed.
Well, it's
to
a
anything.
really new brand.
This would be the thing that forces them to say, you know what? Yeah, no, we've got faith in tuners. Like we've got faith in car enthusiasts because we know that car enthusiasts are the people that go on and then buy our crossovers once they have children and once they need something to haul their tires in. So
Or G70.
yeah, so
Step up to our Genesis brand.
yeah, so exactly. So Hyundai knows that they need a Halo project, and in the end project, they're looking for a Halo car.
But this would have to come in at a price point that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's the thing is a Halo car is just a car that represents all their best technology. As this is in performance, this Halo car, it would be a very good performance car, like a Miata. So that's where this would be coming in from. So that's I'm thinking that they're going to do it. I'd be very excited, and I really want them to.
I think, yeah, I'm right on board. It's hard to get the design language. It looks like it's based on a feasible, realistic platform. Why not?
Yeah, I think Yeonjun Park will be I really, really hope.
You're a benevolent overlord?
No, that I hope that Yeonjun Park will be like the hero to car enthusiasts for being the man that forced this to happen. Like, it was an April Fool's joke that went wrong, and now Hyundai's like...
No, that went right.
Well, yeah, but it went wrong for Hyundai because then I have to shit or get off the pot. And it's like...
Yeah, it's going to cost them some money to produce this, but it will have been
This
worth
has
it.
to be... It has one competitor, too. It's got two competitors in the world. It's got the Fiat 124 and the Miata.
Which
So
is the same car.
It's got the Miata, basically, that it's competing against. This car's on its own.
There's no S2000. People
There's no
bought the
S2000.
S2000.
The Z4 costs too much money.
It does, and it's not as fun, probably.
This is going to be... You have to make it. Like,
Yeah, unless Toyota Subaru makes a drop-top version of the new 86,
yeah.
you have to make
You know what
this.
else you can do, Hyundai? You can straighten up that badge and stick a Honda logo on it and make Honda be like, yeah, here's the new S2500. And then Honda could make one too. You could even farm this out to other companies. This could be your Miata.
Well, Honda already makes their own 2-liter turbo, so you could make an S2000.
I mean, though. But
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they could do
They
everything.
could do a joint venture. It's getting more and more common.
Yeah, and they could, or like, I'm out just a straight captive import. Like,
Sure.
Because this is a beautiful car, and when you make enough of them, you can totally farm it out to other people to do captive imports as, and then make even more money.
Right.
So
That's a better way to pay for the tooling and the federalization and stuff. So
yeah, it makes
I
sense.
think it's a smart play. We'll see if it actually happens.
I would be thrilled if it actually did. So
I want to talk about one last thing before we end this week's episode, and that is not quite as lighthearted, I suppose, but it's local news.
don't worry, this is why I always do the thing what we learned and we're happy.
Okay,
about at the
perfect.
end.
Fine.
So,
We'll
for the
redeem
specific
ourselves a little
purpose.
bit. So, for our Minnesota-based listeners, I'm sure all of you, or most of you, have at least attended a Cars and Coffee, or probably currently do. For the first 10 years of the show, it was where we are right now, the Chanhassen Autoplex.
which was fantastic.
It's a fabulous venue, but the city of Chanhassen is completely up their own ass, so they kicked them out, and then they moved to a really terrible parking lot in Shakopee for a local racino called Canterbury Park, which is actually a fabulous facility, but the parking lot's just nothing special.
Yeah.
Gigantic tarmac, that's it. About a month ago, they made a Facebook post saying that they were canceling the first show of the year.
Well, because it snowed last year.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Well,
the forecast was looking. There was a lot of snow on the ground when they made this call, but the forecast was also getting into the 60s in the 10-day at the time.
Not only that, it's also El Nino, and so like if you know even the smallest amount of anything, if you went to middle school and paid attention for 2 seconds in science class, you would know that El Nino generally means that temperatures are going to be a little bit higher for that winter.
Right.
And so it'll be
you're
wet.
You're confusing El Nino and El Nino.
I said El Nino.
You said El Nino the second time.
No, I said El Nino. Anyway, so the temperatures are going to be a little bit higher in winter, so it means you're going to have a short winter. That's why usually when they groundhog doesn't see a shadow, it's during El Nino.
People would go to the show even if there was snow on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
The show already doesn't go enough months of the year as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And they canceled the first one. Shortly after making that announcement, they announced that they will be moving from their quote-unquote permanent new destination at Canterbury Park to Mystic Lake, a casino that's even further by about 10 minutes down the road from the cities.
So it's going to be turning more and more into like international mulline, like corn harvester festival.
Pretty much.
Also, why would you have a monthly car event that's supposed to be in the morning at a casino? Like, you don't
It
wanna
makes
bring your
no
kids to
sense.
that?
It makes no sense.
And it's getting further and further away from
So
the cities.
I have probably a fairly unpopular opinion that the show for Minnesota is in its death throes. I don't think I'm even gonna go to the Mystic Lake one. I just don't care.
They do one here. Like,
Yeah, they do Cars and Caves here, and honestly, it's a better show.
yeah, Cars and Caves is where it's at.
And it's a better show because of the venue.
Yeah, no, it's entirely venue based.
Like Cars and Coffee, how it was run here with the sponsors, the attendance.
It was great.
It was perfect.
It literally was featured on Speed Hunter.
Yep, it was great.
Because it
we
was
had the
that
best
great of a
Cars
show.
and Coffee in the country.
Yeah, it really was. Like, Tyler was doing everything right. And
Yep.
I think, well, I mean, I
And
think,
his hand got forced to a new venue, so he did what he could, but
Yeah.
that show is done.
I think, I wouldn't say that's done. I think that you can still save it. There's plenty of other places that you can have a
If they
car
don't
show
get the
in cities.
fairgrounds, it's done.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, the fairgrounds or...
It needs to be somewhere that's close enough. I mean, Chanhassen was already a bit of a stretch, but like they have now moved it further away twice.
Yeah. But hey, the good news is Mankato's about to have Cars and Coffee.
I know, and the Mankato show.
Give them 2 years, and those be in Mankato.
In fact, oh shoot, that was today. I was gonna say I meant to ask you if you wanted to do one in Mankato at that. There was an SFZ show or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, really?
Randy was telling me about it.
507?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's normally those are Chase and Clarissa's buddy, because Clarissa's
Yeah.
originally
Okay.
from Mankato, so those are all. That's like her.
It sounded like a
Car
decent
group.
enough show, so
They
I
have
don't know.
one. Don't worry, they have one in the fall too.
Okay.
But they're always planned when I'm on digs.
Of
so-
course.
Yeah, they're always... Oh, yeah, there
Where
it
I'm
is.
like just as far south as they are, but I'm a little bit more west. West.
Yeah, it probably doesn't do you any good
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
But anyway, that show
No,
looked
it's not.
interesting.
It's the 28th.
Oh, is it the next one? Oh yeah, it's the same day as the first Cars and Coffee, so it's the May. There's one.
Oh, wait, shit. That was 2018. Where's the 2019
There,
one?
I think the first event overlaps with the Cars and Coffee at
I
Mystic
don't-
Lake.
I don't see...
I don't know. I got invited to it. I don't know. Randy told me about it.
I don't see anything.
Shameless plug.
Okay.
Randy of Victory and Reseda. Anyway, let's go on to the what we learned this week.
Okay, so I just googled fun facts because I forgot my fact that I told you I was gonna say earlier this week.
Okay.
And I don't know why Google popped this up as a fun fact, but their question was, who has the most children in the world? And there is this person. She gave birth to a total of 69 children. 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets.
What's her name?
That is too many.
It's too many V's and S's.
Where's her name? Let me see it.
Is it all consonants?
Yeah.
She's Slavic or Russian or something.
But yeah, so she
Vasiliev.
had 69 children between
Oh, it is actually Vasiliev.
1725 and 1765.
Wow.
A
That's-
total of
that's-
27 births.
To be fair, that's also that era of Russian record keeping,
Yeah.
which is notoriously terrible.
Yeah.
But that's still horrifying.
That is,
and all of the
horrific.
children's names are Vladimir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vladimir and Yuri.
All right, Ryan, what about you?
No, I was having you go next because you went to Finland.
Multiple birds.
You had more cool things than I did.
Oh, you want me to go next?
Yeah.
My fun fact is just going to be that there are places in the world where snow tires are required by law.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
All right, well, there's that. Mine was that the early 90s Audi 200s,
Yeah.
they had solid front rotors with this big, huge, ridiculous, like, grid thing that would go
yeah.
over them as a giant vent.
Yeah, that was an interesting way of venting the disc. Mercedes kind of did the same thing with the 190 where they had a solid disc, but the hat was drilled.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
First time
Yeah.
I saw that, I'm like, who took a hole saw to their brake disc? And
But-
then I looked up the part online. It's like, oh,
That's how it's supposed to be.
that's how it is.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing I've seen in quite some time. So,
All right. Well,
yeah,
cool.
that's what I learned, and I thought it was very interesting. So,
You sent me a photo actually midweek, and I was very. It took me a second because it looked like one of the old vented drums out of like a Tornado or something like that.
it
But
was super weird. Yeah.
yeah.
But all right, well, hey, thank you for listening. We will see you on Wednesday, or if you're on Twitch, we will see you in about 10 minutes.
Well, if you're on Twitch, just hang around. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep the stream going. So, thanks for listening, guys. We will catch you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.